Hey there, financial enthusiasts. Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the fascinating world of short squeezes and hard to borrow stocks. Today, we're putting a specific microcap company under the microscope, one that's flashing some serious signals on our hard to borrow screener, CIIT International Inc., ticker CIIT. This company, operating in the industrials and integrated freight and logistics sector, has some unique dynamics playing out. Important disclaimer, this video is for educational and informational purposes only. Nothing in this video constitutes financial, investment, or trading advice. Always do your own research and consult a licensed financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Past performance does not guarantee future results. CIIT International Inc., or CIIT, is a logistics services provider based out of Hong Kong with operations spanning Vietnam, Japan, Zimbabwe, and South Korea through its subsidiary Washing International Company Limited. With a market cap of just $3.06 million, CIIT is firmly in microcap territory, known for its higher volatility. Looking at recent price action, CIIT has seen some significant movement. Today it's down 2.65%, but over the last 5 days, it's up 6.38%, and remarkably, over the last 30 days, CIIT has rocketed an astonishing 430.35%. However, today's volume is notably thin at just 35,800 shares, a stark contrast to its 30-day average volume of nearly 1.4 million shares, putting its relative volume at effectively 0 times average. What's cost to borrow and why it matters? So, what does it mean for a stock like CIIT to be hard to borrow? When investors want to short sell a stock, they first need to borrow shares. The cost to borrow, or CTB, is the annualized fee they pay to borrow those shares. It's essentially an interest rate. When a stock CTB starts climbing, especially into the hundreds or even thousands of percent, it signals one of two things: either there's extremely high demand from short sellers, or the supply of shares available to borrow is severely limited. Or often both. Why this stock is hard to borrow right now? For CIIT, the cost to borrow fee is currently sitting at an eye-watering 901.4% annualized. Think about that, almost 1,000% per year just to hold a short position. This number is a massive red flag for potential short squeeze conditions. With an estimated float of 7.3 million shares, and the number of shares currently available to borrow being unknown but clearly scarce given that CIIT suggests a tight market for short sellers. Our internal composite squeeze score, which factors in CTB, float, volume, and technicals, pegs CIIT at 53.5 out of 100, indicating a noteworthy level of squeeze potential. Squeeze mechanics explained. A short squeeze happens when the price of a heavily shorted stock begins to rise, forcing short sellers to buy back shares to limit their losses. This buying, in turn, pushes the price even higher, creating a snowball effect as more short sellers are forced to cover. When the cost to borrow is extremely high, as it is with CIIT, the pressure on short sellers intensifies because their holding costs are so prohibitive. If the price starts moving against them, they face a double whammy: rising share price losses and massive borrowing fees, making them more likely to capitulate and buy to cover. Dilution risk check. One critical factor that can negate even the highest cost to borrow is dilution. Dilution occurs when a company issues new shares, increasing the total share count and often decreasing the value of existing shares. This can provide short sellers with new shares to cover their positions and can depress the stock price. Our checks indicate no recent dilutive SEC filings, such as -1s, -3s, or 424 BS, found for CIIT International Inc. in the last 90 days. For CIIT, at least recently, this specific risk appears low, which is a positive sign for any potential squeeze thesis. Recent reverse split watch. Now here's a crucial detail for CIIT. The company executed a 1-for-10 reverse stock split just 16 days ago, on July 20th. A reverse split reduces the total number of outstanding shares, which in turn reduces the float, and proportionately increases the share price. Historically, many microcap stocks tend to see renewed volatility, or even a price pop within approximately a month after a reverse split as the market digests the new share structure. While this is an observed pattern and not a guarantee, it adds another layer of potential catalysts for CIIT within this time frame. Again, let me emphasize. Important disclaimer, this video is for educational and informational purposes only. Nothing in this video constitutes financial, investment, or trading advice. Always do your own research and consult a licensed financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Past performance does not guarantee future results. So, what should you be watching for with CIIT? First, remember that a high cost to borrow does not guarantee a squeeze. It can also signify that short sellers have very strong conviction that the stock will go lower, and they are willing to pay a premium to maintain their short positions. For CIIT, keep an eye on any changes in available shares to borrow if that data becomes accessible. Monitor the volume. Today's extremely low volume means any significant buying could have an outsized impact on the price. A sustained increase in buying volume coupled with continued high CTB could intensify the squeeze dynamics. Also, consider the remaining window of that typical post-reverse split volatility. CIIT International Inc., or CIIT, presents a compelling educational case study with its staggering 901.4% cost to borrow, recent reverse split, and current microcap status within the logistics sector. It's a prime example of the extreme conditions that can signal a hard-to-borrow situation. As always, rigorous research is key. If you found this breakdown insightful, please like this video, subscribe to the channel for more deep dives, and let us know your thoughts or questions about CIIT in the comments below.